Everyone, it's Patty. Watch PattiMelt. Hope you guys are having a great Saturday. Happy June 4th, 2016. Just wanted to come in. It's been a couple of weeks and I never really did a WSFA post update, but so many people have done them, and not that I don't want to join in that. I absolutely do. I just have really been gathering all my thoughts, so many great things about that week, and also wanted to come in with an update. So I'll do the update part first. I started my journey October 2013, high weight of 360 pounds. I had the gastric bypass on April 15th, 2014 at Kaiser Permanente in the South Bay by Dr. Robert Zane, and my weight on that day was 290 pounds. I lost most of my weight leading up to my surgery via OptiFast. Fast forward a year and a couple months, July 13th, 2015, I reached my goal of half of my body weight, losing half my body weight. So I was 180 pounds, and I am coming upon 1 year of maintaining my weight loss. I'm actually down lower than the 180 point, but we'll get to that. I did have my plastic surgery in December of 2015, so December 1st, 2015. And I had an extended abdominoplasty. I had muscle repair. I had a breast augmentation, breast lift, liposuction of my upper thighs, and I had a hernia removed. So that was just 6 months ago that I had my surgery. I'm half a year out now since having that plastic surgery, and all is well. Things are settling in well. I've got a few things that I'm still working through as far as some puffiness in my lower abdomen area, which is very common, and it just takes time. And then also, what else do I have? Oh, just numbness and so forth. Waiting to see how everything, eventually settles out, but I am very, very pleased with overall with my results. So today's weight, let's see, what did I say? Yeah, I said what I was on December 1st. So today's weight, I am 167 pounds. I think when I came to you guys a couple weeks ago, I was 165 pounds. My weight varies between 162 and 168. And that's just basically hormonal. It has completely 100% to do with my cycle, my monthly cycle, and so this is the high part of my month right now. So yeah, as long as I'm doing the thing, and I pretty much know I'm going to stay within that range. Now I can have a few cheats and still be able to maintain at this point, but I'm not going to ever take that for granted, because I am a daily wearer, and I do that just so that I can be on top of it. There's so many different measurements we use to make sure that we keep things in check, and weighing daily for me is important to me, so I do that. Just to give you an idea, my BMI, another measurement that may or may not hold any weight, but it's just another measurement, just like measurements are and the scale is. I was a 51 point something at my highest, and now a 23 point something, 23 or 24, somewhere in there. And overall, I have lost 193 pounds as of today. So yeah, I weigh, which is crazy to me to think that I weigh less than what I actually lost. So of course I'm excited. I probably should do a happy dance, but the thing that I'm most happy about is coming upon this year of being able to maintain my loss. So that is really, really great to me, because I've never been able to maintain my loss for any length of time whatsoever. So anyways, so WSFA, I have had so many thoughts leading up to WSFA. I've gone to several meet and greets, the big ones. OH, I also went to, the first one I ever went to was OH. Then we went to WSFA last year. I did not go to OH this year, or this past OH. But it was interesting, because I was looking forward to WSFA, but I was like, oh, this might be my last big shindig that I go to. But that totally changed. I was really looking forward to it. There were people that I knew from past meet and greets are people who had come out to California, and I've had a chance to meet with them. And then there was people who I had never met who I'd always wanted to meet. So that was so super exciting. And I was so excited leading up to WSFA. Poor Elizabeth. She was so sick, and she kept hearing me say, "You better pull it together, girl, because I'm coming, and I want you to be ready to have fun," and everything. And she totally pulled it together and held it together, even being super sick. And thanks, Elizabeth, because you know how crazy excited I was. I just really needed a vacation. I needed to get away from work and everything surrounding responsibility from a home life perspective and work perspective, all that stuff, and just go have fun with our people. So that's the interesting thing. Last year it was all about having. I was hoping that the content of the different speakers and stuff last year was going to, I was really looking forward to that more than meeting with people last year. This year I was more excited about meeting people and not so excited about going to the different panels and so forth. Even though I was involved with a couple of different panels, I was excited about them, but I was more excited, of course, about just seeing our folks. But I have to say, I was thrilled with the way the panels were, and I went to several of them and several discussions, and they were just awesome this year. So in addition to having the greatest time with meeting up with people who I've never met before, and I am not going to mention names at all, there were no, I'm not going to mention names, but I just really, really, really enjoyed myself, and I'm hoping everyone enjoyed themselves too. It was definitely a cut loose, have a free fun weekend, and just enjoy each other. And it's awesome how everyone has grown so much and grown together in this community, and it feels more and more like family to me, and it was just really, really good. So yeah, just so many great things happened there, and so many great discussions. One of my favorite parts from a personal perspective, that was fulfilling to me personally, so I'm taking my things off here, it was personally fulfilling to me, just as part of recording this journey. I had probably a handful of people come up and share with me that my journey helped them in some way, whether it was giving them courage to have surgery, or getting their spouse engaged in, because my husband was not for me having surgery on the front end, and he was fearful, which I completely understand, but we were able to evolve and embrace it and understand it together, and with my doctor's help and so forth, and we had shared that on video. And so anyways, I just had several people come up to me, and we shared a lot of good conversation, a lot of tears, and so for those of you who have been touched by my journey, I just want to say thank you, because thank you for coming up and saying something, because you put this out there and you go, gosh, and I was personal all along about this. I wasn't putting this out publicly on my regular social media or anything like that, but I always had my page public on YouTube, under, of course, a complete alias, and to know that people just got something out of it, even if it's just one person, it made it all worth it. So I just want to say thank you for sharing your thoughts, and what I did for you. You saying this to me just did so much for me, like 100-fold. I was like, wow, this was all worth it, and it was worth taking the risk of being public and everything. So with that, I'm going to talk about that a little bit, because in the last couple of months, I've gone through a lot of different feelings and emotion, and just evaluation of my whole journey, and about being secret about it. I am not being secret about it anymore. I've had people approach me. If somebody approached me in the past, I would come forward and come clean and tell them, hey, I don't share this publicly, but da 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 da, you know, this is what I did, and share with them, because typically they were asking for themselves, or they were asking for somebody they knew and cared about, and they wanted to know what I had done. So now I don't publicly put it out there and talk about it. It's not that I'm hiding it anymore, but if it comes up in conversation, I share it. If somebody asks me, I share it. If I'm just a lot more open sharing it now, that I've had weight loss surgery and what my whole process has been, and that was just something I had to overcome personally, and get a lot of help with, and just embrace myself. And it's been just a different process for me than many others, and we all have a different way we handle these things. So anyways, yeah, I'm not so quiet about it anymore. If somebody finds out and they're offended, completely their problem, not mine. Oh well. And then there's some people who I wasn't honest with in the beginning, and it's just because I knew how they felt about surgery, having an elective surgery of this type, and blah blah blah, and how everyone gains their weight back, and yada yada yada. And I'm not saying that I'm precluded from being a statistic like that, but I just didn't want that negativity, so I wasn't honest with them. So I've had to kind of go back and do some cleanup. And some people I haven't even cleaned up with, but if they don't understand why psychologically I just didn't want to hear negativity, again, well, it's not that I don't care about these people, but hopefully they love me enough that they will understand that this is much greater than just losing weight and having a better physique or an appearance to the world. This is about my mind and protecting my mind, and not just protecting my mind, but working through things in my mind, because we all know it starts here. So, wow. That was a little psychology lesson, huh? For me, not you guys. You guys have all this down. Anyways, so that's kind of what's going on with me being public, open, that kind of thing. I'm just not hiding it anymore, and it feels good. It's definitely a freedom. God, I'm gonna cry. It's a freedom, and this whole thing is about becoming free and releasing so many of the reasons why we got to this point in the first place. And me personally, I can say that for myself. So no more hiding on that front. Let's see. So let's see. Back to WSFA. Again, thanks to those who came up, or who embraced me for the first time. It's funny. There's a lot of people who are in the community who have been in the community for years, and I'd never met before, and I'd always wanted to meet. I followed their journey. I don't know necessarily that they followed mine. I have no idea. But anyways, ended up having a ton of fun with those people, and just saying, hey, it's funny. Several people I just went straight up to and said, hey, I'm so-and-so, and I've been following you, and they're probably like, okay, she's a little overwhelming, but oh well. It ended up being, I think, received okay. Who knows? Anyways, the good news about our community is everyone is just so loving, and this is, you guys, again, I just always say this, but we really have a unique thing here, and I hope everyone just continues to cherish these relationships. And we all have our challenges that we bring to the table, but we have this common thread that we all know that we've got some boundaries and things, and some walls sometimes that go up, but we understand the core from where that comes from. So anyways, I couldn't be happier to be a part of this community, and I'm honored to have the friends that I do and the relationships that I've developed. So yeah, it's Saturday afternoon. I actually am going to have the afternoon off. My daughter and her fiance are coming over. We are officially 4 weeks out from today from their wedding. That's another freedom. I'm not worried about, is my dress going to fit, or all that minutia. I can't even believe I'm talking about that now, but that was such a big deal to me before, shopping for the right thing. And I, again, don't take that stuff for granted, yet the freedom to be able to just be like, oh, it's, 4 weeks before Saturday, And don't have to worry about that. We can just enjoy time together. And that's the important thing in life, is enjoying time with your family. So yeah, it's my husband, my daughter, her fiance, my future son-in-law. And we're going to be cooking up tons of protein in the backyard. I'm going to be making carne asada, pollo asada, and just a little Mexican feast. And going to be making my homemade margaritas. And I'm not a margarita person anymore, but my daughter and her fiance love my margaritas. So yeah, I'm going to make those up for those guys, and I'm sure my husband will enjoy some too. And anyways, I hope you guys are enjoying a beautiful afternoon and weekend. And it's this kickoff to summer, and hoping that this is by far your best summer ever. I'm hoping that for us. And love you guys, and I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful weekend and a wonderful week ahead. All right, we'll talk soon.